It's a little noisy out here, and that's because I'm at Las Vegas Motor Speedway to test drive the new Nissan Armada. You know what? Damn it. Whose idea was this? What do you mean you don't know? This was your idea, huh? Come here. Sorry I didn't finish, but this is the new 2026 Nissan Armada NISMO. Yes, NISMO has hit the full-size Armada for the very first time in its third generation, now giving buyers a sporty Armada alternative along with something luxurious with the Platinum Reserve trim and something rugged with the Pro 4X model. This Armada NISMO comes with a 3-row 7-seat configuration, and there's NISMO flair everywhere with an exclusive front fascia with fog lights, diffuser-style rear bumper, lighter 22-inch wheels, red brake calipers, wide fenders, a rear spoiler, this available 2-tone stealth gray color option, and red accents. And if you like the word NISMO, Nissan has you covered. Well, not you. Nissan has the Armada covered. In NISMO, NISMO is everywhere. Everywhere. Yup, 18 locations inside and out to be exact. Some are here, there, and more on the inside, there, and even there. This flashy SUV is powered by a NISMO-tuned twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 engine that delivers a total of 460 horsepower when using premium fuel. That's 35 more horsepower than the other Armada models and 10 more horsepower than its fancy pants cousin, the Infiniti QX80. It's connected to a 9-speed automatic transmission, 4-wheel drive is standard, can tow up to 8,500 pounds, and wait, what? I gotta take this out on the street? Oh, Nissan, you slick little slicksters, you lied to me. I thought we were taking this on a track. All right away, what everyone wants to know, is it quick? It's decently quick. I think it can get out of its own way really easily, especially how big this is. And sure, you can have some fun in your big old Armada NISMO, but you're not gonna run any 10-second quarter miles. Just keep that in mind. I really like how the transmission, it's quick to upshift or downshift. It's nice and smooth, but it does have a really intrusive start-stop system. So if you want to turn it off, the button is just right here, surrounded by all this gloss black, but I'll get to that later. But it shifts nice, it's quick, but the brakes, yeah, I feel like the brakes don't have enough bite right on tip in. And like I said, this is a big vehicle, so it needs to be brought to a nice stop quickly in case of an emergency. So bigger brakes, that'd be great. The Armada NISMO gets 17 miles per gallon in combined driving, but along with more power, there's also a standard adaptive electronic air suspension helping to whip this big thing around. It sure would have been nice to try that on the track. But Nissan also says that NISMO retuned the steering for a quicker response and better feedback. The steering wheel feels and looks nice. I love the red stripe at the top, and it's actually pretty sharp. It is a bit light. It's not gonna give you that much feedback from the road, but you point it where you want this big thing to go and it's gonna go there. And you also have drive modes to change up the dynamics of this big old Armada NISMO. And let's throw it into sport. And the good thing is this has an exhaust specially tuned for this Armada NISMO. So let's give it a listen. Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad. I actually tried to get the exhaust noise from the outside, but it's way too much wind, and yeah, that was a big fail. And if you're wondering where the exhaust is, it's on the right side. See? The microphone right next to it. Dedication. But the exhaust sounds good. As far as the suspension, it's doing a great job at providing a nice, supple ride. Even though this is supposed to be the sportier version of the Armada, it still feels comfortable. It's going over the bumps nice and easy. None of the jarring motions are getting transferred into my seat. And this is definitely a nice road cruising vehicle if you really wanted it to be. But why would you want that if you're spending all this money on an Armada NISMO and you get to listen to that sound and drive this SUV like a crazy person? And as far as cornering, still a big vehicle. It's a little bit more agile than the regular Armada, I'll give it that, but you still feel a little bit of weight when you're turning a little bit too spiritedly. Like right now on this right turn, it feels composed, it feels good, but you wouldn't want to press it too far into the limits. Let's just say that. Well, you know what? Let's give it another try with this left turn. A little bit more, some stuff sliding around. And yes, it still feels composed. And you can have some fun, but just be careful.
This sporty family hauler gets a dual 14.3-inch display with wireless phone integration and Google built in. There's also a 3D around view monitor to assist with parking, wireless phone pad for convenience, and 8 total USB ports.
While driving, the screens look good, the digital driver display, easy to work, but as far as this screen, it looks really nice. All of the cameras used are nice and clear, but they don't color match the Armada NISMO. Why did you not include that? But you have Apple CarPlay, and the native system is easy to work, relatively intuitive, and it won't cause any major distractions.
Furnishing this fun Armada are first and second row zero gravity charcoal colored leather seats with red quilted ultra suede, red accents, red stitching, and of course NISMO stitched on the headrest. If you don't like red seats, well that's too bad because that's the only option. The driver's seat has 10-way power adjustability with a massage function and standard heated steering wheel, and both driver and passengers have heated seats, but unfortunately not ventilated seats. But there are grab handles on each side just in case.
Seating in here, these seats are very comfortable. I have a nice elevated view of the road, and they also have high adjustability for the driver. You can even adjust the bolsters to give you a nice little hug while you're driving like a crazy person. These seats, top tier. I really like them, and I really love how they look. I'm a sucker for red seats.
There's plenty of room in the second row for above average height folks like myself. Standing at 6'4", I can comfortably be seated behind myself, and there's also HVAC controls and more grab handles near the B pillar to hold on for dear life or scream "oh if my wife were driving." Access to the third row is simple if there's a front-facing child seat in place thanks to this tilt and slide feature dubbed Easy Flex by Nissan on the second row seats. And in the third row you'll find air vents, cup holders, USB ports, and switches to electronically recline and fold the seats. Behind the third row there's 20.4 cubic feet of cargo room. You can also use these small dividers to keep your items in place on your NISMO branded cargo mat. And even though this chunky SUV is geared towards sportiness, the cabin of the Armada NISMO still delivers a premium touch.
As far as the materials in here, it's a nice place to be. The grab handle is nice and sturdy, soft touch points, but man, this center console right here is bathed in gloss black, especially right here with your gear selector, your drive mode selector. Everything is in gloss black. I wish it was a matte black or maybe just something a little bit sportier looking, but this gloss black, it's gotta go. But besides that, I love the red accents everywhere, NISMO all over the place, and you have a glass sunglasses compartment. Great touch. And you even get a pretty decently deep center console, and because this shifter is electronic, you have some space under here for smaller items. But the cabin in here is practical, it's functional, and when you're hauling your kids around, you can hide plenty of snacks just a little bit of everywhere. And visibility is good over both of my shoulders, going straight ahead and even going straight back. And if your cabin is packed out with people or cargo or both, you have a digital rear view mirror right here. That's really handy. And there's not a lot of road noise coming in, even with these large wheels, which is great. And if you need extra security, well, there's plenty of safety features.
Standard on the Armada NISMO, aka Godzilla, is Nissan Safety Shield 360, which includes features like forward collision warning, blind spot warning, and lane intervention, but Pro Pilot Assist 2.1 is available. That's pretty much a hands-off adaptive cruise control, but the driver must keep their eyes on the road.
Alright, I've finally driven the Armada NISMO. Now we talk about how much this big crazy thing costs.
The Nissan Armada NISMO begins at $81,720, and that price reflects destination and is for the black color. Any other color like the Stealth Gray on my tester or Everest White will cost a little bit extra. Keep in mind, if you don't need the extra styling, power, or red accents, a base Armada starts at $61,030. And if off-roading is your thing, well, the highly capable Pro 4X model begins at $76,490. And if you haven't seen my review of that, you should go check it out. And follow my social media page at danger.driven for my test drive adventures and some work antics. If you're in the market for a big old performance truck like the Nissan Armada NISMO, or maybe even the Leaf NISMO when it comes out, stop playing with me, Nissan. Make sure you go on KBB.com and get a fair purchase price. KBB.com,
Click that link above for more details.
The Armada NISMO is a big body-on-frame SUV made for having fun. Some buyers may be looking for something a little different, and this definitely delivers in abundance. I wish I could have taken it on the track, but if you want to grab one, it's arriving at dealers now.
Hey, look, I can't tell you how to spend your money, but if you're looking for space, speed, practicality, and personality, and don't forget NISMO everywhere, check one of these bad boys out for yourself. Oh, look at these cute little brake rotors. Nissan, they could be a little bit bigger, just a little bit. And that was a legal U-turn. They're gonna do the leaf. Stay tuned. If they do it, don't say that I didn't warn you. Sorry, I don't know where I'm going.